Just so you know, we're given a decimal and we need to convert it into a percent and a fraction and write the fraction in lowest terms. So first up, to go to a percent, we're going to multiply by 100. So we're going to move the decimal over 2 spots. So in this case, that becomes 0.64%. In this case, moving it over 2 spots becomes 26.8%. And in this case, 2 spots becomes 598%. So that's the easy one dealing with percentages. Fractions, we need to use our decimal form of the number and look at place value. On this one, I know I'm going to have 64 over something. And I've got the tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. So this is going to be over 10,000. Now I need to convert that to lowest terms. And this may be a multi-step process, we'll see. Both are divisible by 2. So 10,000 divided by 2 is 5,000. 64 divided by 2 is 32. Again, still divisible by 2. So 5,000 divided by 2 gives me 2,500. And 32 divided by 2 is 16. Still both divisible by 2. So that becomes 1250 when you divide by 2. That becomes 8. And again, still divisible by 2. So now we're down to 625 in the bottom and 4 on top. Now that's as far as that one goes, I believe. 625 is not divisible by 4 or by 2. So that is our lowest terms, 4 over 625. One way to check that is take your calculator. Take 4 and divide it by 625 and make sure that you get the original decimal number on your calculator. That way you know you haven't done any division mistakes in the process. For this one, I'm going to have 268 on the top of my fraction. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths for the 8. So it's going to be over 1,000. Again, both are divisible by 2, so let's do that. We'll take it over 500 then, and then 134. Again, still divisible by 2. 250 divided by 2 is 500 divided by 2 is 250. 134 divided by 2 will give me a 67. Now 67, I personally can't think of any factors of it. So I'm going to say that that's probably lowest terms. Next one, 5 in front of my fraction because it's in front of the decimal. 98 on top, tenths, hundredths. So 5 and 98 100ths. But again, we're not lowest terms here. Fraction part, both numbers are even. So I can divide both by 2. My whole number does not change. It will stay the same. It's only the fraction part that's going to change. So divided by 2 is 50, divided by 2 on top is 49, and that's actually where that one's going to end. So 5 and 49 50ths. So clearly the most amount of work is going from a decimal to a fraction in lowest terms. It's fairly straightforward to get it to a fraction, but there may be multiple steps to try and get it to lowest terms. So that's to show you know.